Welcome to the Purpose and Profit Club podcast for nonprofit leaders, mission-driven creatives, and social entrepreneurs. Get ready to stop dreaming and start doing. Here, ideas become action. We prioritize purpose and profit. You ready? Let's go. So this podcast was founded on the idea, the value, the principle of getting out of idea mode and into action mode. And we're going to talk about today a case study from my own life and a couple of different ways that this has showed up for me. And I know it's showing up for you where you're missing the value of getting into action mode, getting into doing mode and out of thinking mode. And what I see happen is why it's costing you more than just your bottom line. Okay. So earlier this month, my family and we went to Puerto Rico for the first time. And I just completely fell in love with the island. It was so gorgeous, so fun. The water was absolutely just beautiful. Amazing food, so fun. There was one day when my kids and I think we had just gotten out of the ocean, out of the water, and we were staring at the ocean and just remarking at the color. Like the color was just gorgeous. And I said to them, I've been wanting to paint our front door. What do you guys think? Like, should we paint it like this ocean color, this kind of tealy, bright? And they both were like, yeah. And so we were like pointing at the ocean, kind of deciding like what shade of that ocean blue, turquoisey, what even to call it. And when we got back home, I went to the hardware store and pulled a couple of paint samples, pasted them onto the door, and we all kind of agreed. Like it was really cool. We all narrowed in on this one that we all felt was like the Puerto Rico ocean color. And I spent this past Saturday painting the door, and it took me about 3 hours, which was more time than I thought it would. I thought it would take, I don't know, an hour and a half. It took about 3. But on the other side of that, it changes the entire like vibe of the front porch. It changes the entire it's like one of those curb appeal things that like a $30, can of paint. It changes so much. It was sort of this like dusty sherbet color that I didn't ever love and I didn't ever hate. It was just kind of meh. And now it's just like this punchy, it's very us, it's very our family, it's very our neighborhood, our houses have a lot of color. It works. And it's actually funny, that sort of had a domino effect where I was like, oh, well, let's go ahead and put up these beautiful string lights I've been wanting to put up. We put those up and they're cool. They have like an app and you can change, Halloween colors, or you can do, holiday colors. You can just do white or whatever. Really, really fun. You can do gradients. And my husband and I were kind of looking at it one night and he's like, I still think it's the door. The door has the biggest change. It's had like the biggest impact. Again, 3 hours, $30 can of paint. So what does that have to do with you? Right? Like, okay. And here's the thing. There is often something that occupies real estate in your brain, like this door did. Like, I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, but this door was something I thought about like, I should paint the door for like years. This is the front door. And I just let it kind of sit there. But when you let a thought sit there, it occupies space. Your brain like wants to revisit it. It wants to solve the problem. It's deciding like it's going into decision fatigue about what color would you even paint it, or how much time it would take, or why the color that it is right now is fine. This is what we do with your marketing strategy. Like you do this all the time with your campaign strategy or fundraising strategy. Like, it sounds like we should just blank. No, maybe not. I don't know. And then you just punt, right? You just punt and you go back to whatever it was that you're working on first. Now, there are plenty of ideas that should be tabled, and that's fine. But I want you to decide, like on purpose, whether or not you're going to table an idea. So had I said to myself, I'm not painting the door this quarter, in 2024, I'll revisit it. Then I wouldn't have like that rumination, that like back and forth about it. Okay. But instead I kept thinking like, maybe I'll do it this weekend. Maybe I'll do it this next weekend. And then that's when it's occupying space. When like your brain can only focus and problem solve so many things. This is not something that I want to spend a lot of time like problem solving and focusing on. So it's a bummer that I was letting it kind of stack up and sit there. Okay. So it took like the catalyst, it took the moment for us together at the beach to go, yes, let's do it. Right. So this is an example of what I would call high impact, low effort. What are the high impact, low effort things, tactics you can do this month, this week that will change the entire vibe of your campaign, the entire vibe of your fundraiser, the entire vibe of your upcoming push, right? How do you make it more welcoming, more happy, more inviting? Okay. So think about that and ask yourself those questions. Like, what are some of those things? So for example, what if you just sent 2 more emails in a campaign? 2 emails. That would cost you less than 3 hours to do. 2 extra emails in the campaign. That is a low effort, high impact. And here's why it's high impact. The value of your subscribers for just one giving campaign is over $6 per subscriber. $6. That's according to Neon One. So for example, your Giving Tuesday campaign, the value of your subscribers, let's use round numbers. Say you have 1,000 subscribers. That's $6,000. The math doesn't work if you send one email. The math doesn't work if you send one crappy email, right? The math works. That $6,000 works if you have a compelling, captivating marketing strategy. Okay. It works. There's the data to back it up. Okay. So when you don't take time to paint the front door, you're missing it. When you don't take time to add 2 extra emails or to add a juicy subject line or to add a better story, right? To sound more like you, you're missing it. Okay. You're missing it. Our brain often tells us the lie, which is it's going to take a lot of time, right? Or I don't know what to say, right? That's not true. It won't take a lot of time. I'm not asking you to overhaul your CRM and overhaul your marketing strategy in this instance. I'm saying send 2 more emails. Make them good. Make them interesting. This is the MVP style, right? This isn't the perfect, buttoned up, exactly amazing, 10-year version of you. This is the today version where you get that work out into the world. You take action. Okay. I wrote an email to my list earlier today that said, what if you're 1 email away from doubling your online revenue? And that may sound like, wait, what? And then I said, what if you're 1 subject line away from getting that prospect, the one, to actually take action? Or maybe, what if you're 1 captivating story away from getting your perfect fit supporter to 5x their gift? What I said to them was, these aren't fictitious what ifs. These aren't like, what if the sky's purple? These are literal, true what ifs. What if you're 1 better email subject line away from getting somebody to open the email and click the link, taking action? What if you're 1 captivating story, not a boring story, a captivating story that compels somebody to go, yes, I'm all in, compels somebody to pick up the phone and say, can we meet? Can you tell me more? You got to get in the arena, especially these next few months. These months matter. You need to dial up the frequency, and email especially matters. I want your email and your social to be like peanut butter and jelly, but email's the layer that's at the bottom. It's foundational. Okay. It's the backbone to your entire strategy. And I'm going to share with you a business case study of how that looks in real life. I am hosting a live webinar later on, very soon, next week. And I posted about it first on social media, all my social networks. Posted about it maybe 3-4 days before any other air quotes like marketing went out. And I had about 10 people sign up for that. Okay, fine. I've got plenty of time to launch it. 10 people is not a problem, but 10 people. Then this morning, I sent an email out to my email list. And in less than 3 hours, I had 50 people sign up. 50. It's more now if I went back and checked. Okay, now I'm going to send more than 1 email. So more than 50 will sign up. Likely hundreds will sign up for this. That's usually what we see. So what does that tell me? It tells me social is part of the strategy, and I teach a better way to handle social and amplify social impact. Click the link in the notes for the marketing webinar to learn more about that. But email is where people take action. Okay. Email is where people click the link, take the action, open their wallet, say, sign me up. I want to learn more. So let's do some fast math. Ask yourself, how many subscribers are on my email list? What is the value of those subscribers? Am I seeing at least $1 per subscriber? Am I seeing upwards of $6 per subscriber? Why or why not? Okay, ask yourself that. Ask yourself, what is the version of painting the front door that I can spend a couple hours on that will have a high impact, okay? High impact on my next campaign, on my year end, on my big goal. What is that thing? It's probably not starting something brand new. It is probably optimizing something that exists. It is probably improving upon that. It may be getting people to work and volunteer and support and become a street team alongside of you to boost your visibility. Who are those people? Maybe you need to text them, call them. Maybe you want to create a digital toolkit. My Amplify Social Impactors, we've been doing that. We did that last week and I showed them, okay, let's do this digital toolkit to help mobilize your dream team, your street team to help you this year end. Maybe it's something like that. You know what it is. But I find that this thing that whenever you're on the other side of it, it's this moment of satisfaction, pride, and God, I should have done that months ago, right? Because you're like, oh, wow, this totally was worth it. So take some time today, figure out what the version is. Sign up for either of my free trainings that are in the link in bio, which will teach you all about how to tap into the revenue of your email list and how to create a digital ambassador program. They're both there. They lead into my courses. We'll give you a special discount if you want to join. That's the best way to learn about those and get a value-packed training while you're at it. I'm cheering you on, and I'll see you next time. If you ask me, everyone should have a coach, especially you. I want to invite you to schedule a free discovery call with me. Go to splendidatl.com/contact. You'll see my calendar there. Book a call with me. You'll learn about my smart growth method where we can grow your business or organization sustainably with ease and massive impact. Think you've reached out to everyone in your network? Are you out of ideas to get noticed and get funded? I hear you. That's why I'm giving you a chance to steal my prospect list. Yes, you can generate leads for your nonprofit or impact-driven business. Grab my mini training and list delivered to your inbox instantly. Go to splendidcourses.com/prospect.